In this video, we'll see how we can use the Lein-ring and Lein-ring plugins to package our web application using two different techniques, by building a standalone uberjar file or a standard WAR web application file. Once we have developed a certain set of features in our application, we need to distribute it to different environments. Usually, it is not feasible performance-wise to use development methods to run the code in a production or test environment. Therefore, we need to package our software in a convenient way for further distribution, versioning, ease of deployment, and so on. Either as a standalone uberjar file that contains all the dependencies, or as a WAR file that is ready to be deployed in our favorite web application container, for example Apache Tomcat or even IBM WebSphere. Uberjar is a Java archive file that contains our project and all the necessary libraries needed to run, including even the Clojure runtime. One thing that Lein-ring plugin does for us when building uberjar is that it adds the necessary ring libraries with their dependency trees and sets the main class in the meta manifest mf description. Once this is done, we can start our web application inside of embedded Jetty container just by typing java-jar and the path to the uberjar file. Such an approach works well when our web application is simple and does not require any advanced functionalities provided by the web application container. Another approach to distributing our web application written in Clojure is to leverage the existing web application containers because of the features granted by them, to run multiple web apps on a single port and save resources, or simply due to company or customer policy. We are using uberwar instead of the war command to include all the necessary libraries in our WAR file. We can also provide a name for the WAR file that is going to be built, which can be used, for example, by Tomcat to determine the request path. We can use any specification-compliant web application container. In our case, we will use the newest Tomcat version. Let's start the Tomcat instance with the bin startup shell script and look at the log file with the tail command. We will copy the WAR file into Tomcat's web apps directory to trigger deployment. Now that the web application has been deployed, we can see the result in a web browser, for example Firefox. Please observe that since we've deployed our web application as a WAR file, it is available under the /project1 context only. As we can see, there are a number of ways to run and distribute Clojure web applications. From the simple development server run from Lein, through the whole app and Jetty bundled together in an executable jar file, and up to leveraging the existing Java web application containers with the WAR file. That concludes the first series of videos regarding web application and development in Clojure. In the next section, we will learn more about ring handlers and responses.